Yeah. What's up, guys? Nasir coming at you with another discussion type video. You know, we sitting down with the homie Jaitiy here, and this is fresh after the GranBlue beta. It literally just ended today, and we're in this whole, talking about how it was and overall our experience with it. Because for both of us, this is our first ever GranBlue, and the beta as a whole, in my opinion, was okay. I didn't play too much of it. I played the first day of it because it was a little bit after my birthday. Then second day of the beta, I didn't get on because I was trying to look up stuff about it, and since it's a beta, there's not much out there, so it's gonna be like very hard to find stuff. And then the third day I wasn't even home, so I didn't even get to play that hoe before it went off early this morning. But JD, how was your impressions of the beta?
Alright, let's see. So the game is cool. It kind of reminds me, it's like the anime version of Street Fighter.
The
like,
anime Street Fighter.
It's an anime Street Fighter with footsies. But the visuals look nice. Load times were good. Then again, it's arc system. Any game they make looks good these days at this point.
Yeah, it's hard to make a bad arc system game. Bad looking arc system game, I should say.
So I mostly played Catalina, Yule, and Zeta from what I played. And like each character definitely feels completely different from the other character, which is really good. That means when you try somebody out, if you're not really feeling them, you can try someone else. But I like all the characters I played.
Makes sense.
I say the only complaints I really have about the beta is like there's this thing called grade counter or whatever, and like for you to press it, you gotta hit like block, triangle, and circle. You can't actually just use the block. You have to actually press the block button, which I play on Xbox, so that's weird. So I would definitely change that. That's gross.
It's crazy because I honestly forgot that there was a block button in that game when I was playing that shit. Like, I watched the video and they said that you can press the block button. I was like, there's a block button in this game? I'm so used to holding back.
Yeah, I never even used it because I'm just used to holding back in the games, except if I play MK because they're known for having a block button. Other than that, also the throws, they gotta change the way the throws work, bruh.
In what way?
And because every time someone grabbed me or tried to throw me, I teched it because the window was so big.
Nigga, there was like, I said that shit in my my GranBlue video that came out like a day or two ago. I was like, bro, I'm like, they are very generous with this fucking grab window, because literally, like, I grabbed people and people still didn't tech that shit, but I'm like, bro, it gives you at least 3 seconds to tech that throw. I'm like, compared to Street Fighter, where that throw happens in a snap of a finger and you're not reacting to that shit unless you're hard reading it or hands already over the tech button, it's like, nah, compared to this game, you can tech any throw if you're like experienced.
Yeah, it's just like, I was like, yeah, they gotta change that because the window for it is like way too big. Because the fact that I never even played this game before and I was teching every single grab, I was like, yeah, they gotta change that.
It caught me off guard a couple times. And like, see, for me, I was playing Vira, so like her whole thing is she has, a default throw just like everybody else, but to go into her transformation, you have to hit X, and what she does is she runs up, like you hit X and the character runs on her own, and then she runs and does her own command grab. So I was playing a character with 2 throws. I hit you with the regular one, that one, you had a way bigger reaction time or bigger chance of reacting to it because of how slow and how much time they give you to react to that. Her X one, you have I don't even know if you can tech out of that because it's a command grab, but if you can, then I never saw anybody do it because they either just had to mash, or when they got grabbed by it, they just immediately got put into the animation of me transforming. Because it's like, bro, when I hit that command grab, you go into a state of where she goes into an install state where she can basically jump into the air. She can dash forward real quickly above your head and just do a bunch of like cross-ups and like combos where she's putting a lot of pressure on you in her transform state, and she gets a little extra stuff on it. But it's just like, I agree with you with the grab time. I don't know if they should change it, because then it might be a Street Fighter thing where people complain about grabs being too powerful, especially for like my character. Because like, if I grab you with my character and I'm in my transform state, then I go ahead and I can jump into the air, dash forward, put pressure on you, and then grab you again. It's not gonna be like Street Fighter levels of chain grabbing, but it's gonna be very hard thing to deal with certain characters, with how oppressive they might be. But I do agree though that it is a very big gap, or not big gap, it's a very big window for those command grabs, because it's like anybody who isn't a novice to fighting games as a whole is going to be taking 90% of grabs. You got to really be like not paying attention and really not reacting to grabs to get caught by one in that game from first look. I just wish during the beta they also, like, I know they normally don't be giving you training modes and shit, but I'm like, you could have at least gave that to the people who were like completely brand new to GranBlue. Fuck. Because as somebody who, well, we both never played GranBlue like that, but as somebody who came in with no experience, it's like, nigga, I didn't even know how to do the most basic shit, because this game's like DNF Duel in the sense that they give you simple inputs. They give you 2-button inputs, or they give you the regular quarter circles and shit. And I didn't even know that this game had simplified inputs. I think I heard about it and I forgot about it. So when I was in there choosing my character for the first time and they were asking you, do you want to have I forgot what it was called, I think simple inputs or something along those lines, they gave you the ability to toggle it on and off, and I was like, what is this? And then I went into the training mode and I was waiting for matches, and then it was like, oh yeah, this is how you do that. I like the option that they give you, because you can actually do quarter circles and still use simple inputs, because like I said, I was playing Vira. For her anti-air, like, what's it comparable to? You know, Cammy in Street Fighter, and how she has Cannon Spike as her anti-air. She has a Cannon Spike type move as her anti-air, but it's with a Z motion that you have to do with quarter circles and shit. But when you press and do simple inputs, all you're doing is pressing forward and R2, I think, or yeah, forward to R1, I think, and like triangle and circle to do medium and heavy versions. But it's like that simplified input made it so much easier to anti-air versus having to hit a Z motion every time. So I like that they give you the option to use Z motions, or they give you the option to use simple motions and regular quarter circle forwards and stuff. I like that they give you the option to use both instead of just locking you behind one of them.
Yeah, you might like it, but boy, that GranBlue community was pissed.
What, they didn't like you have a simple inputs?
No, it's the fact that and the simple inputs for the game and like the normal inputs, there's no difference. So
yeah,
they both do damage and everything.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like, eh.
I mean,
I can't really say anything. I didn't play the game enough to know if that makes a difference or not.
Yeah, because like everybody knows with Street Fighter, it's like, oh, in Street Fighter 6, if you use modern controls gives you the what's it called? It gives you the slight decrease in damage for using simple inputs. But like, I played DNF Duel, and DNF Duel, as far as I know, didn't downgrade your damage for using simple inputs, because I think DNF Duel either only has simple inputs or it uses both. Because like in DNF Duel, I be using simple inputs, but I've never been like, you gotta decrease the damage for it being easier. I understand it, but it's kind of like how you said, we ain't been playing this shit enough to where it's like, okay, nah, yeah. Because in Street Fighter 6, nah, if you give a Zangief modern controls, you gotta nerf his damage. He's still gonna fucking 3-tap you with any grab, but it's like at least bringing the damage down a little bit makes it a little bit more manageable. Plus, versus if you were fighting a regular Zangief damage with modern controls, you would be getting fucked up way more, being like most people, even people in tournament. So it's like, yeah, I can see it why they were mad about that, but like, I feel like for us, if we're gonna be one of those people to like form an opinion about that, I feel like we gotta put more time into it, because 3 days is not gonna be enough for us to sit here and be like, yeah, nah, they need to leave it alone, or they need to nerf the damage. But the rollback, because what, this game has rollback, right?
I believe so.
I think so. I'd have to go look back at like some of the fucking footage I got, because I think it said rollback frames at the top. I might be wrong about that, but if the game has rollback, I was seeing some people say it's fine up until like trying to like fight somebody like in the other part of the world. It gets a little bit spotty. That might have been about a different game, but I think it might have been for this game that like the rollback is good up to a certain point, or there might have been something else. And the rollback for me was fine. I didn't ever have any laggy matches, so the whole experience with the online was cool. Loading in the matches was quick. It didn't seem like it was a super long drawn out process to connect to somebody. So like just overall the whole closed open beta access seemed positive. When does GranBlue come out? Because I forgot.
I don't know. You got the wrong person for that.
He said, yeah, that's the wrong person. I guess I gotta look it up because I forgot. It's been a minute since I've kept up, since the fighting game space as a whole is going kind of crazy right now. GranBlue. GranBlue Fantasy Versus Rising. When's this coming out? It is coming out. Oh, it just has a 2023 release date, so they didn't give us a time frame in 2023. So it's supposed to be coming out somewhere this year. We're about at the midway point, so if it doesn't come out around, if they don't say anything after Evo, because it's going to be a Evo Japan, or Versus is going to be a Evo Japan. So if we don't get anything after Evo and around what fighting game events are in the late part of the year? I know that there's like one big one.
I'm not really sure at the moment. My head's kind of stuck.
Same. I guess if they don't say anything around like August, September, October timeframe, then it's probably gonna get pushed back, which kind of sucks. But I mean, everything in the game seems good, so it's not like they would have to do a whole lot to make the game better. But just overall, had a positive experience with GranBlue. I think Jaitiy would agree that overall it was positive. There's some little shit in there that they could fix, but it wasn't anything to where like it was a huge detriment to the game and the game was either unplayable or it didn't feel fun. Everything seemed fun. Playing GranBlue for the first time ever seemed like a good experience as a whole, and I'm looking forward to it. I want to get it, but like I know if I get it, it's gonna be a thing. I play it for a little bit, then Mortal Kombat's gonna come out, and then I'm not touching that shit for a while because Mortal Kombat's gonna steal all of my interest. And it's the same thing with Jaitiy. He's gonna be on Mortal Kombat and then Tekken. So GranBlue might be just in an unfortunate spot of whenever it comes out, it might be getting like overshadowed by some of the bigger ones. But let me know how y'all feel down in the comments down below. If you've played GranBlue Fantasy Versus in the past, or you play it currently, let me know some of the stuff we said, because like I said, we're first timers to it, so we don't know anything about the previous game and the stuff going on with Arc System with this franchise, because like I said, we both don't use it or both don't play it like that. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below. I'll see y'all next time. Like this video, subscribe if you're new, join the Discord down below if y'all want to hang out. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
I wanna be good, but I'm stuck being bad. I wanna get money and chill by myself. I wanna send money, my family need help. I need me a girl just to help with the stress. Somebody to care, this hair, this rare everywhere. My fault is heavy, this chain is heavy. I know they gon' hate me cause haters is plenty. I rode in an Altima, burned out a Chevy. Those times were heavy.